is their satisfaction in life. There is the saying that money cannot buy happiness. It can bring an abundance of physical things, even of the very best quality. But that pleasure is transitory, and when that fleeting pleasure is gone, there is now a void. At times, that void is even bigger than before. It can become a never-ending cycle, like a vortex, always looking for fulfillment and either never achieving it or never holding on to it. The only thing then most can do is to go after bigger and better while the void continues to become wider and deeper. Yes, we all have basic human needs, and in this life, having a certain amount of money is necessary for that. But what I am talking about is the desire for excess, at which point it can become a vice. Another old saying is too much of anything is no good. This is true of all vices, whatever form they come in. And all of them can be subtly addictive, where the need for such things outweighs everything. And there are many of these vices. The list can be endless. They are all physical things, many of which can become traps. But do they really achieve this lasting happiness, or does an individual become a slave to them? We all know that when we leave this life, none of these things can accompany us or make any difference whatsoever. They have actually held you back. It isn't so much the things themselves that are wrong, rather the wrong is in ourselves, how we perceive them and what we do with them. For some, they are like band-aids and aspirin that superficially and temporarily bring some relief without ever addressing the real problem. Some say, do it all and do as much as you can while you can. I can agree with this to a certain degree. No one ever said that we shouldn't enjoy life in a wholesome manner. But did you live and enjoy life with sound morals, ethics, love, respect for yourself and for others in non-destructive ways? An Orthodox Christian will see this life as a learning experience and a dress rehearsal for the next. The ultimate question is, did you acknowledge God and put as much effort into the spiritual life as well? This is just as much a part of the whole, although often shortchanged or at times even ignored completely. Once I was out in the park, blending in with everyone else. A young man came by and asked if he could sit beside me. We struck up a conversation. After a short time, he said to me, "I perceive you are very calm on the interior and a happy individual. I bet you believe in God and an afterlife. It shows." I told him his perceptions were correct. He then said he was envious and really wished he could be the same. I responded that he could if he really wanted. But he said no, that's just not possible. He was an existential atheist. He could not let go of it or see things any other way. He also expressed a deep-seated fear for the end of life. He described it as the curtain closes, the lights go out, and the show is over. We fade into nothingness. There was nothing that I could say or do to help that he would accept. He got up and very sadly walked away. This saddened me also, to see a young man who seemed so full of potential and at the same time so dejected. My point in this chat today is that if one lives only for the physical things, you haven't grown in your true potential, no matter how much you accumulate. The inner self knows that there has to be more to life. But without a spiritual path, they turn to the vices for consolation that never really satisfy. We must grow in all areas of life if we are to become our best selves. And we need to take advantage of the opportunity while we still have it. The path may seem difficult at times, but that shouldn't deter you. And there are the postcards left for us by those who have traveled before us to guide and encourage our way. It is my hope that you will hear these words, that you will put in the effort required and achieve this happiness that only this path can provide. May you all be blessed and your way be illumined by the divine light. Amen.